welcome back to another episode of Popcorn Heroes.
You're hosting?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
You can
Already
host.
downhill. You already started. It's too late. You should let me know before.
You know what? I want to hear how your intro sounds like.
It'd be amazing.
If you'd okay, let's go. All right, silence.
It's too late.
No, it's not too late. Stop.
We're already here.
No, we
Or Orlando, you can't do two intros.
can take it back.
No, we can't take it back. It's already
Continue
going.
with your trash intro.
All right, and with me as always is Pedro.
Hello.
And back for the first time,
Look at
Mike.
that. Terrible. Hey.
Damn, you fucked up his intro too.
Yeah.
Fucked up your intro and his.
Thank you.
And I am Orlando as always. So today we're gonna be reviewing Lion King.
The Lion
The
King.
Lion
Damn,
King.
you can't even put the in there?
The remake of the 1994.
Yeah.
I think it was 94.
1994.
movie?
The
Yeah.
animated feature.
What a time to be alive.
Which is a remake of the William Shakespeare
No, it's not.
play Hamlet.
It's the Lion King.
It's its own thing.
It's his own thing.
It's not.
It's
Hamlet.
it's
or
Ham-
what's the other shit they be saying they stole from?
The White Lion.
The
or
White
something.
Lion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When who was it that snitched? Matthew Broderick? He
I-
can't keep his shit together?
I did hear about that one. I heard about that one. But that one's pretty crazy. They even had Pride Rock on that shit.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh, you should have kept it yourself.
That looks like a straight ripoff, but whatever. Disney got away with it.
Matthew, you should have kept your mouth shut. That's probably why he's not in the remake.
Exactly.
That's why. It's not that they went to cast all black people.
No,
it was
no.
just like, no. We can't bring
They
Matthew
have,
back.
what's this? Seth Rogen in there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but he's
And whoever the fuck was playing Timon.
Billy Eichner.
Billy Eichner.
I don't know who that guy is.
He's a comedian.
He was the one voice that was unrecognizable to me in the show, in the movie. All right, anyways, continue your intro.
So, like always, guys, we're going to do a synopsis, which we kind of already did, and a spoiler-free review, and we'll jump into spoilers.
All right, I guess I'm doing a synopsis for a movie from 1994.
Go ahead, Pedro.
So this is a remake of The Lion King. In case you don't know what The Lion King is,
Who does it?
it is a remake of...
We're back to this?
It's totally Hamlet. But, so, it's pretty much Hamlet with lions, right? And then
Done
there's-
right.
And then there's this king of the lions called Mufasa, and he has a kid named Simba. They live on Pride Rock, and they rule everything the light touches.
Everything the light touches.
And then there's these hyenas, right? You don't want to fuck with the hyenas, but Mufasa, the king of the lions, has a brother named Scar that's really jealous and wants to rule. And without giving away spoilers, that's the best I can give you.
That sounds about right.
All right, so, Mike, what is your...
5 out of 5.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm lying. It's not 5. I think the original is a 5 out of 5 for
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
No,
sure.
the original's a 6 out of 5. Let's be real.
me. You know what? You're right. This one... Damn, I wonder what I gave Aladdin. I think I gave Aladdin like 4.5. So this one would be a 4.25?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, 4.25. All right. You know why? Because they didn't have Will Smith.
yeah.
Will Smith would have definitely... If they would have placed Childish Gambino with Will Smith, 5 out of 5.
I guess. I would actually thought of him as more of the hyena type to make the jokes.
That would have been, yeah.
He could have been adult Simba. What I like...
He would have
the movie
sounded like an
looked-
adult. Yeah.
Yeah, he would sound like him. The movie looked amazing.
For sure.
I know a lot of people complained because I guess they wanted a more cartoonish. I don't know. People are stupid. But the movie looked amazing. The voice acting for the most part was pretty good. I liked that. It felt more for adults than for kids. So I kind of like that. It wasn't as funny as the original. And the music, I'm 50-50. I guess we'll get into that. But overall, it was a really good movie. I'd recommend it to anybody.
All right. I give it a 3 out of 5. I liked it.
3 out of 5.
I liked it. That's what a 3 means. It means I liked it.
This was better than what was that movie I rated so high the other day that I couldn't agree with? I was listening to the review.
Yesterday?
Far From Home. Oh my God. Anyways, continue.
Oh, I gave it a shitty review. I gave it...
yeah, I agreed with all of your points on there.
Thank you. Whoa. It was okay.
That's
was
right.
okay.
That's right. We
It
didn't
was
have
okay.
we didn't have the crazy Spider-Man fan in there.
And see, the two Spider-Man fans.
Yeah.
were-
Okay. You know what? Let's
All right, we're on this movie
Let's
now.
take a
We're on-
pause.
No, we're on this movie.
Nah,
now. We're
let's-
on
no,
Lion
No.
King.
If anything, we'll do an epilogue.
All right, fine.
and then I'll add it. A part 2, his special feature, deleted scenes.
All right, guys. So stay tuned for Mike's review of Homecoming
Jesus.
in one episode.
No, not
Far From
Homecoming,
Home.
Far
Far
From
From
Home.
Home. Sorry, Homecoming was a good movie.
Anyways, a 3 out of 5 for The Lion King because
Right.
I liked it. But the voice acting, most of them were pretty much trash.
Trash?
Okay, trash is a strong word. They weren't that good. Childish Gambino, no.
He was hit or miss.
Yeah.
Actually, both Simbas were hit or miss.
I actually like the Kid Simba,
This
but
Kid Simba was on par to the original
When it
Simba.
came to like really powerful scenes, Kid Simba wasn't that good.
yeah, I can
Like
see that too.
I guess that's a spoiler, so I can't talk about that.
you
scene.
you can't talk about it because people haven't seen it. You know,
Since 1994.
Yeah. I didn't like Donald Glover. I didn't like.
But Beyonce.
Beyonce was okay, but
She was
but you know who
overhyped.
I'm surprised. I didn't really care for James Earl Jones. There was something off about him this time. They might as well just should have.
I agree 1,000%.
Like he's talking.
They should have just used this shit from before.
Yeah, I'm like they just. I felt like he was just laying down in a lazy boy, and they just
That's
gave him
exactly
the microphone.
what,
and he's like Simba.
Because I know his lines
You have
from the
deliberately
first movie.
disobeyed me. I'm like, no, you got deliberately disobeyed me. Like,
Thank
oh, come
you.
on, man.
Like his
deliberately
lines are iconic. He had way much
Yeah.
more power, much more emphasis in the original
Yeah.
movie.
Remember who you are. Okay. Remember who.
Every
I'm like,
time he
damn.
talked, I was pissed.
Yeah. I'm like, man. And you know what? The one that I thought I was gonna hate, I fucking loved. Scar, the guy that
He
voiced
was the best. He
so
was best by far,
good.
the best voice actor.
that guy. I'm like, I know you're a great actor, but you ain't gonna be no Jeremy Irons. He was no Jeremy Irons, but holy shit, he was a Jeremy Irons Jr.
Yeah.
He was fucking awesome.
He was the best
so
part
good.
of the movie.
They fucked up his musical, but he was so
I'll
good.
agree.
Like everything about him. Every time he was on screen and talking, I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Easily the best villain, like of Disney history. But
Agree.
there were certain little changes in the. I mean, yeah, I didn't
That
really.
changes they had to make,
I
though.
didn't care for the hyenas.
Yeah, they
The
weren't.
voice-
They weren't the comedic relief as much as they.
Timon and Pumbaa were okay. Pumbaa was better as Seth Rogen. He was a little
Pumbaa was
better.
better than
Yeah.
the original.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it was overall. But the visuals were absolutely gorgeous. 90% of the time, because there were a few times where I'm like, oh, okay, I could kind of see. But 90% of the time, I was like, I'm forgetting that this is all
It's a-
CG. Especially the backgrounds. Like the backgrounds
Like
were on
hearing
point.
that it was all done CG, like
Yeah.
barely any of it was real.
Like
That's
yeah.
amazing.
The environments were all CG. It was fantastic. Even the lions like looked great. Like I said, 90%
All
of
of
the
the
time,
animals,
I was
yeah.
like, this is amazing. There were a few parts where I'm like, that could have been a little better, but
Yeah.
it's on point. Like
But
it
it's
deserves
hard to
it deserves an Oscar for its visuals.
visual effects. Yeah.
But yeah, there were certain parts in the film that's supposed to hit hard, like the originals did, and it didn't here. And I could watch the original right now. It's not even that, oh, you're older. No, I could watch the original one right now, which I did. I watched it recently.
too.
And I'm like, damn, dude, these scenes are still powerful. And in the remake, they didn't give me that powerful feeling. I don't
Yeah.
know what it was. I don't know what it was, honestly. But it's not that I'm older.
Damn,
but
Orlando's ready to rip into this.
he's ready to
movie.
rip into it. But anyways, that's about it. 3 out of 5. I liked it, but it could have been a lot better. You could skip it in theaters.
No,
Yeah.
you can't. Go
Nah,
see it in
I
theaters.
think
It's
you-
worth seeing in theaters.
I think
Actually, it's worth an IMAX for how gorgeous it is.
I
I
agree.
think you should see it in 3D. I think it looks. It
you
looks
saw
a lot-
3D?
I saw Dolby and 3D. I think it looks a lot better. In
I
3D.
saw IMAX and it was beautiful.
On visuals alone, I think this movie's worth a watch. But my rating of it is a 2.5.
2.5.
That means you didn't like it.
I didn't like it. Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but I did not hate it.
Oh my god.
So you're not going to defend your boy Donald Glover?
He was
Childish
honestly
Gambino?
like the worst.
oh my god, I can't believe I'm hearing
worst?
Because
this.
the thing is, he
Wait,
doesn't
the worst in the movie or just the worst
like
he's ever been?
like sounding. The worst he's ever been for sure, but the worst sounding is
Nah, I
because
don't think so.
because he
This is
sounded like a
crazy. What you just
teenager.
did, this is like Mike talking shit about Will Smith.
that
Because-
won't happen. I
What-
can guarantee
what
you that
happened
won't
was-
happen.
I don't believe
I
this.
did like
I'm a
his.
fan.
I liked his because the thing is, compared to the original Simba, he was more of a like, hey man, let's just chill. Like like I don't want to go back to the home and like. Oh,
And
nah,
this one,
you're here. Let's
which-
just chill.
It sounds
It's
like
all
we're
good.
getting
It's-
into deep reviews.
It's all
now,
good,
please.
but he was more like bro on the couch kind of vibe, and
It sounds good for someone who never grew up,
it does,
which is what Simba is.
it does. Granted, you're right, it does. But I guess my mistake is being in love with the original so much
The thing is-
that
Yeah, he's like angrier in the original.
yeah, he's angry. Like he holds a lot of like regret, and you still know that he holds regret in this one, but it's more of like
He's more Hakuna Matata.
yeah, he's more for sure.
Which makes sense.
For sure, Kumatada like for sure like seeped in entirely. But yeah, so yeah, 2 out of 5, and
2 out of 5, Jesus.
and it's I have a confession to make though. I did get to the movie a little bit late.
Oh, so you
I-
didn't see that? Nah, singing,
So I did miss that part.
Oh my God.
How good was it?
It was frame by frame. It was perfect.
I mean, most of the movie was frame by frame, but
it
that of all the songs, I think that's the song they recreated the best.
Yeah.
that whole opening scene up until the like everything, like even the part where Simba like does the sneeze and everything, and the
Yeah.
ants on the tree,
Yeah.
and then it goes.
How do you get late to Lion King?
And then he holds up Simba, and then it goes boom, Lion King.
Yeah.
All that was fucking perfect.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I felt like this was like beat for beat the same movie, like at least like visually.
For the most part.
But
But you can't give them credit for that because they just copied the shit out of it. That was just copying it.
Yeah.
But the thing is
Exactly.
to copy it exactly and make it look so good.
You're right.
That's what I give them credit for.
And so
Agreed.
I think what does a disservice to the movie, even though looks fucking visually stunning, is that it's so lifelike. And I think that's why I got a drop of the peg. But I get what they're going for,
I hate
but
when people say, I don't understand when people say that.
why?
What they're saying is that like the facial animation.
Exactly. So like
they're
I
supposed to
understand.
see. They're
That's
supposed
what
to see.
makes some of the scenes less
Right.
impactful because
exactly.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. That's what it doesn't carry as much weight when the herd is coming.
nah, I don't agree.
When the herd is- when
are
the-
we doing spoiler reviews or are we not? Now you're talking about the herd.
Let's just go into spoilers.
All right, guys.
2 out of 5.
2 out of 5. It was
Yeah.
a decent movie.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it, but I think overall, if you're a fan of Lion King, you should go watch it.
If you're living under Pride Rock and don't want to listen to spoilers,
Under Pride Rock. You get 5 points for that one.
mean,
nice. So watch the movie. Any version of the movie will do, and then just
Pretty much.
come on back.
Pretty much. Watch it either or and come on back.
All right,
all
all
right.
right, all right.
So-
Let's get into it.
So
Go.
when the herd is coming, is it herd? I want to say herd. When the stampede.
The stampede.
Because
Herd,
herd is
stampede.
more like for farming, right?
No. Stampede. It was a stampede.
Okay, when the stampede is coming.
Of the wildebeest? Was there wildebeest?
Yeah, the wildebeest, yeah. And in the animated version, when Simba fucking his jaw like drops, and you're like, holy shit, you can sense the fear in his eyes. In this one, it doesn't carry as much weight because obviously he can't drop his jaw
I agree and disagree.
that low.
I agree. Okay, his shock at getting ready to be trampled isn't as impactful. But seeing the fucking wildebeest actually stampeding through the gorge looks a lot more terrifying in this version than it did in the original. Cause especially like there's a part where he's like huddled under a rock,
Yeah.
trying to avoid. Like they didn't. That's a little thing that they added in this one that they didn't. It just heightens the sense of fear that he had in the whole thing. So I agree. Like throughout the whole movie, they barely have any facial expressions, which takes a lot. It takes more away than you would think.
right,
It takes a lot away.
but you know who it didn't take away from? Scar, because he's so subtle.
It plays
already.
perfectly into his character.
Exactly, because he didn't need that many movements. He's not a big, like, flowy, like, character. Everything was very, like, somber, so his movements worked for him.
Yeah.
But you're right, the others, it fuck up the others.
But I mean, because they're making it more realistic, like the original one, they're a lot more exaggerated. Like Scar's like pushing his hair back and shit.
Right,
Simba's
right.
like pushing his mouth out, making faces, and like it just wouldn't. There's no way they could make it
Right,
work
Right.
in this movie.
Yeah, like even the part where he's playing with the rat, the mouse in the beginning, it's not the
Yeah.
same as it was. Like he wasn't like really like going nuts with it.
Because
Yeah.
it would
it would have looked weird.
look weird.
It would look weird, yeah.
So
it's
I
like-
understand why they made that sacrifice. It does take away from the emotional, but if they're
I'm-
going for National
'cause-
Geographic, they can't have
Yeah,
it.
exactly. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, once if I viewed it like how you said, National Geographic.
But I think that's what he said though. That's
Yes.
what he said.
Yeah,
that.
if you
Jean
view-
Favreau said, "Yep, National Geographic."
If you
That's
view
what
it
was.
as that, then yeah, like I could
you
totally,
have to
I
because
could
that was his intention. though.
yeah. But the thing is, like, that's not how I wasn't viewing it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I even before I didn't even know like that was his intention. You know what I'm saying? So watching
why.
it, I'm just like, where is the heart? basically? Like, where's like the soul
Yeah.
of the movie? Because it's beat for beat the same movie
Almost.
for the most part.
For the most part.
80%, 90%.
Probably like 90%.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, that's why it got such a like. That's why it lost so many points for me, because it's like, this is the same movie, okay, but I'm not invested as I should be.
Would you say the voice actors lacking would have added to that?
I think the kids did fine. I think
Nala was perfect.
I thought not.
The kid, like I said, like
think-
the part where Mufasa's dead, it just him yelling. It wasn't the same. It wasn't.
Oh
the same.
my god, yeah. No, I don't know why.
Even the no, it was like, it felt like cringy to me.
It was
and then
cringy.
they redid the flashback to that scene later in the movie. I'm like, no, I don't want to see this shit again.
Yeah. They definitely. It was cringy. It really was. So remember how I told you? Oh, a friend of mine said that it actually came off as funny, and I'm like, how can that scene come off as funny? And then when I saw it, I'm like, I could see why.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, no. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of his fucking no from Star Wars in Episode 3. No, or it's like, why are you adding this?
Yeah.
It didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
They needed. I mean, I don't think they could have not had that scene in the movie, but
No, but they needed to just don't put fucking James Earl Jones. Everyone else is new. Why are you gonna bring back?
Jones was terrible.
You're
in
gonna
this
bring
movie.
back the legend, but have him do a half-ass job? No,
Yeah.
hell
Yes.
no. It's like, oh, he's old. I don't give a fuck. You're a goddamn actor. I don't care how old you are. It's your
Yeah.
fucking job.
You can do better than that. Like,
Yeah.
no scene had any emotion. Anything he did,
Yeah.
I was so disappointed.
Look
by
up
him.
at the stars.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised that you say Childish was the worst. James Earl Jones was the worst voice actor in this
I
movie.
just thought. I guess, like I said, I'm just doing such a comparison of the two, and it's just like I just didn't like his like surfer vibe like he was going for. And then
I liked it because
and then
it
with
made
Beyonce,
it made more sense.
Beyonce did fine, but the thing is,
No, she didn't.
it's Beyonce.
She
So-
was
so
right
you-
after James Earl Jones.
The
So
problem
you-
with
so-
Beyonce was that she sounded way older than him.
Yeah.
Because Donald Glover still sounds like a damn child.
Right.
He's a
And-
grown ass
and then
man,
when-
but he still sounds like a
And
child.
the thing is, like, once I couldn't separate Beyonce's voice because I've heard Beyonce speak like this before, so it's just like this just sounds like
Sounds
Beyonce.
like Beyonce in the movie.
So I just can't. I can't
with
like.
him, you can accept that he's Simba, but with Beyonce, it pulls you out of the movie kind
It
of.
pulls you out the movie because I'm like, this sounds like Beyonce. So it's just like, okay, whatever, Beyonce. You're just talking into a mic, you know.
It didn't. She didn't take me out.
But
of
it's
that
not
much.
like okay. She wasn't bad, but
because-
it's not like she was doing a
because-
great job at voice acting. It's not like
No.
she switched up her voice in the slightest bit. It just sounded like Beyonce having an interview.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it is. With Donald, I feel like he could have done like better, like in terms of like voice, but that's just part of the direction they gave him in terms of like, hey,
Yeah, it sounded like he played whatever they gave him for the most part perfectly.
yeah, I would agree. I just didn't buy
Hey,
it.
Hakuna Matata. Yeah, I could play Hakuna
It just
Matata.
when they did the song, like that's the only part where Beyonce completely outshined him
Oh,
on.
of course.
They should have had someone else to Simba other than Childish, honestly.
And
Yeah,
someone else
maybe.
besides.
Especially
him as-
if you're singing with Beyonce, you need someone at least at her level, at least for that song.
I mean, who would you get then? You know what I'm saying? Like as
Anybody that
as-
could sing.
as a male singer, but also like an actor.
Everybody in Hollywood.
You can honestly even get like an unknown because
Yeah.
this is Lion King. You don't need to put big names for
That
it
is
to
true.
for it to
they
shine.
just wanted big black names.
Like,
Yeah, they did.
like think about it. Aladdin. Who the fuck was the one that played as Aladdin? A nobody.
Nobody.
Who's the one that played as Jasmine? The Pink Ranger. That's all she's known as.
She was
a
the Pink
nobody.
Ranger?
She's
yeah,
a Pink
in
Ranger.
Had no
Blue
idea.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, a nobody. So
Decent
you
movie.
could have done the same.
Yeah.
Keep your black cast, but do the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobodies, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't have mattered.
They wanted $1 billion.
Yeah, they wanted that $1 billion and they
but,
got it.
But Aladdin made $1 billion because of Will Smith. To be
But
fair.
Aladdin like just made $1 billion.
You're right.
Lion King has already made $1 billion.
You're
which
right,
is
you're
kind of
right.
different.
Yeah, you're right.
No, but yeah, overall, like it's good movie. Beat for beat the same movie. I just could like it being so lifelike.
Yeah,
I just
it-
couldn't-
It took you out of it.
I loved it. It's just seeing like the mannerisms of the animals, like the way their ears would twitch.
I was gonna say the ear twitch. I caught that too. That
Like
was
the
cool.
way when Zazu would have conversations, like his head was always like turning this way and that. It just seemed
Look like a bird, yeah, talking. Yeah,
It just seems so lifelike.
Yeah, it was good. I like the National Geographic look.
what did you think
I like
about
that.
I Can't Wait to Be King song? Because that's when we spoke before that, and we are like, that's a big song that they're gonna mess that they're not gonna do it justice.
I actually like the way they did it.
I like it.
Because they brought in the other animals in a way that he was like hiding from them, which is what they were doing in the original.
Honestly, in the original, I never got that he was hiding from them like that.
I didn't get that vibe either. And
I just thought the hippo at the end sat on Zazu, and that's how they got away. But this one, it made it much more evident that the entire song they were running from Zazu and hiding between these animals. I never got that in the original movie.
Same here. Especially when I rewatched it, I'm like, oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were at the watering hole until I saw this movie.
Yeah.
So I think, honestly, the singing talent in this movie was way better than the original one.
Would you call Be Prepared a singing talent though? Be Prepared was.
I honestly don't know why they didn't have Be Prepared. Because when he started singing a little bit, I'm like, damn, he's pretty good. He should do this.
Right.
Yeah, that's obviously what they went for. They didn't want. I guess they wanted to keep him menacing and scary, and they're like, motherfucker can't be singing. Like no, you need to.
He was kind of singing.
Yeah, he was pretty much just speeching. Doing a speech to the beat of the music.
Yeah.
And at the end, be prepared. And that was it. And I'm like, oh, nice. Now when the song was getting good, they ended it.
Visually, though, I like this, whatever speeching he was doing better than the original.
Oh,
because it just looked, I don't know, like so much more haunting, and like seeing it really, like, especially when he's like framed against the moonlight and like all the hyenas are around him, it just looks a lot better in the National Geographic way.
You didn't care for the green light and the Nazis?
I didn't need Nazis. We didn't need Nazi hyenas in this movie.
Yeah.
Thank God they didn't put that in. I don't know if maybe that's why they didn't do Be Prepared, because they felt like maybe they couldn't do it justice.
Yeah,
if they couldn't have Hitler night.
They couldn't have the Nazi march.
But okay, they could have found a way around that. But I still like the way it looked.
Mm-hmm.
But Be Prepared is a classic song. All the songs in this movie are classic songs.
Yeah, all
right, of course.
And then they when I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is what they said, because they said that one was underwhelming, and I'm like, oh yeah,
I can understand.
This is gonna be it, yeah. But he was fucking on point.
So a part that I didn't see that people talked about, I guess, like I guess there was an issue with Scar and Mufasa, I guess, and like maybe back then where like you could see where the rivalry comes from. I didn't see that scene.
Sprinkle a little bit more of their backstory.
So there was like a backstory. I didn't see that.
Not that much though.
No, I mean it was the same thing. He's just the older brother, so he becomes
the conversation
king.
changes.
That's all it was.
The only part I think they really added like a little bit more, it was later in the movie where he's telling Sarabi that, oh, when we were younger, you picked Mufasa instead of me.
Right,
I'm like, oh shit, that's
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah.
Go Mufasa, get these hoes.
Yeah.
But other than that,
pretty much, it almost seemed like they were both courting the same girl.
yeah.
And then she went with
So
Mufasa.
this one makes it seem more like they had a rivalry since they were young.
Right.
But there's not a lot added.
So something I liked visually is that, so in the animated movie, he still seems like formidable, like body wise, like he's huge. But in this one, they really made him like
They make
he
him
was
seem like
skinny.
the weaker.
He was very skinny.
He was like
He
not
looked like
fed.
underfed. Yeah, he
Yeah.
looked underfed.
Like even when he was king, I'm like, damn, he still couldn't have beefed up a little
right?
bit.
A little bit. All this time.
A little bit. I'm like, if he was beefed, that would have been kind of cool. But whatever. I understand it's the choice that he's a villain. But yeah, seeing him fucked up in the beginning and like skinny like that, I'm like, I kind of like this because it looks like Because so the way I see it, Mufasa is Thor and Scar is Loki. Like Loki can't do hand to hand fighting.
Right.
Scar,
he got outsmart you.
Yeah, exactly. So they really played up that he was outsmarting. I mean, obviously he does it in the animated as well, but you can like actually tell like his brain's working. Like, oh, let me trick Simba. Okay, to get him killed. You know.
I just like, I guess, like I said, I did like the original, like slightly flamboyant Scar, and this one it was like more just
more menacing, more
menacing. Yeah.
I
like the menacing look. I mean, it's different, kind of like with Will Smith and Genie.
They're both,
but they're both really, really
right.
good.
Yeah,
they're both very. I personally still like Jeremy Irons' like voice menacing wise, but I don't know. I think this is a really good one though. Close second. Like definitely the way with Robin Williams and Will Smith.
Yeah,
as Genie.
they're both.
And I went into this movie thinking.
I know you went into thinking that there's no way he can live up to Jeremy Irons.
And I watched it. I'm like, man, this is the only motherfucker actually trying. He wants to win that Oscar for Scar. Like he won for 12 Years a Slave. He wants to win for Scar.
He did really good. I was really shocked. I didn't go in like you thinking, there's no way, but I didn't think he was gonna do that good.
Yeah, so he surprised the shit out of me. I'm halfway to the movie, like, God damn, this guy's got it.
We need more Scar in this movie.
Yeah, we need exactly. Like even at the end, I'm like, oh man, I kind of want him to win.
Yeah, it hurt, but. How do you guys feel about the hyena switch?
I was just gonna mention that one. I kind of liked it.
I kind of liked it.
I know the reason why they did it was just so Nala could fight somebody. That's literally
give-
She can fight the villain.
to give
yeah.
her a
The
protect.
villain is.
They're
to
pretty
give
much
her
like, oh,
a villain, yeah.
yeah. Oh, she's got to join the fight.
But I mean, they still had. I mean, they could have done that with the original because they still had the
could've.
3 hyenas and the female really being the leader. Well,
but
in
she
the
was still
original-
stupid,
Yeah, she was still stupid.
'Cause-
And she wasn't the leader of all the hyenas.
right? In this one, she's the queen. She's smarter. She just has idiots all around her.
I would have been fine with that, but I really miss Ed as a hyena.
yeah,
yeah, he was the funniest hyena.
If you think about it, Ed was supposed to be Eric Andre in
Yeah.
a way.
When
Yes.
they casted Eric Andre, I thought he was gonna be Ed.
Right.
I was like,
he is the
Ed, but he's just not.
But
as-
they gave him African names. They're like, there ain't gonna be no damn Ed.
Right, obviously.
So it's like Shenzi. No, I gotta look at
I
their
think
names.
Shinzi was one of the hyena
Shenzi's her,
names.
yeah,
from
already.
the-
But they
the
took
Whoopi
out
one.
But they took out Bonsai and all that.
Bonsai and Ed.
Yeah, Bonsai and Ed aren't them anymore. I'll look up the names in a minute right now.
No, but I don't know. Ed, and they took out that's a scene I really wanted, even though it doesn't make sense. The Mufasa scene where it's saying, say it again.
Say it again, Mufasa.
That is such a classic scene, and it's not gonna make sense. It's probably not gonna look good in this movie.
Yeah,
No,
it
it
won't.
would not. It would not.
But that's the scene that I missed.
Mufasa,
That's probably the
Mufasa,
scene
Mufasa!
I missed the most. That was a great scene.
So if you had to choose to watch the original over the remake, what would you watch?
Original.
Original.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
Absolutely.
Fucking
Okay.
Regardless of how good this one looks,
Okay.
this is. I mean, honestly, visually, it's probably one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
It is. It's a really good looking movie.
I didn't think it would be that good, but it still pales in comparison to the original.
Right.
There's just something, I don't know, it's magical, I guess,
There-
about the original.
It is. There's something, it's like that Disney magic.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what scene I loved in the animated and they fucked it up here? They call me Mr. Pig, and he starts fighting them.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. I mean,
They
kinda did it.
tried doing
They
it, but
kinda
he's
do
like,
it.
they call me fat, and he turns around and just hits them, and I'm like, nah, dude. There's supposed to be something funny and cool about
But I
this.
did
And they-
like how they switched it up because they at first when he has to get their attention, they do the
Oh,
in the
that shit
original.
was so good in
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
In the original, do the hulu shake whatever.
And that
the-
wouldn't have made any sense
That
in
wouldn't
this
make any sense.
I'm glad they didn't have that one.
But
right.
in this
And-
one, they did like a tribute to Be My
Be-
Guest. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yes.
And then they started running. Yeah, that shit was good.
That was good. That was really good.
Really good.
Would you say this is their best live action remake?
I like Aladdin better.
So
I like Aladdin better too.
I got the hyena's name. So there's Shenzi, which is the same,
Yeah.
and then there's Kamari and there's Azizi.
So
yeah.
easy.
They could have had Bonsai. Well, I guess Bonsai is not.
No,
African.
Bonsai's Japanese. I want to say.
I feel like it's Japanese. We might be being racist right now, but I feel like it's Japanese.
No.
Welcome to our podcast. We might be racist right now.
Bonsai
It
tree.
happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
Bonsai tree. saying.
But
How do you feel about what's this guy's name that they kind of butchered? I wouldn't say butchered, but what's his name? Rafiki? They didn't butcher him, but
they just didn't make him like the crazy witch doctor. They just made him like a regular like
Yeah, they made him like, I don't know, act like an actual shaman.
yeah.
Like they didn't make him seem as cuckoo as he did in the
I like the
animated.
cuckoo look. Even
I definitely like the cuckoo. one, too.
yeah, me too. I like.
And this one, it was just he's just
they could have done the cuckoo and still made it look good though. I don't know why they subdued him like that.
I think they subdued him because they were trying to be respectful to like
Maybe.
I don't know shamans.
Maybe the culture.
The
yeah.
culture.
The culture of shamans?
I don't
No one
know.
cares about shamans. They don't have any representation.
I don't know, man.
You never know, man, until they come online.
But
'Cause
maybe,
even
but,
in
but
the
maybe that's
play-
what it was. They were just trying to be respectful to the culture.
Yeah.
I guess.
Even in the play, how to play.
That's all the play. Even in the play, they still make him this weird. I mean,
Right.
they make a lot of concessions because it's the play or whatever, but they still make him the weird. I think they make him even a little bit crazier
In the play, yeah.
in the play. So I really was expecting that in this movie.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
especially when he meets like older Simba, he starts
Yeah.
acting real nuts. And then in this one, he was just like nothing. He was just like, haha, follow me or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't even think he laughed. I think I'm just thinking of the animated.
I
I don't think he laughed.
Yeah.
He didn't laugh.
I did like the scene where like I think Timon and Pumbaa are talking to Simba and they're like, "Oh yeah, circle of life." No, there's no circle of life. Like
It's a line.
It's a
Yeah.
line.
That was new. That
and-
was good.
Yeah, that was good. And then like a piece of his hair goes into the wind, and it's
That
going.
was. I don't know if that is that how it was in the original.
No,
I think
no,
that the
that
wind
seems
is
a little
blue.
extra. It was like a 10-minute scene of following this fucking hair.
I wasn't
Yeah,
really going
and
with
then the
this.
thing eats it, and then it shits it out, and
Yeah.
the dung beetle rolls it, and then it falls out of it.
But in the original,
They could have condensed that
the-
scene to like two seconds.
In the original, I think the wind just
I-
blew,
I-
and he just sensed
Well,
he just sent Simba in the air.
What they were going for is they were literally trying to show you the circle
Of life, yeah.
Like something gets eaten, then it gets
yeah,
shitted
but that
out.
was a little
and then-
heavy-handed.
Yeah, it was very heavy-handed. I saw it, and I'm like, I get it, the circle of life.
I mean,
And the scene just kept going.
It's
though.
better than this dude just waking up like Simba has returned. Like, all right, like how
Nah, I
did
get
you?
no, it was the same thing. He just catches
He
the
just
feather.
catches it and looks at it like, "Oh shit, Simba's nigga,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I gotta. He smelled it, nigga. You just looked at it. Simba here?
Did you?
It didn't make any sense.
Did you guys see who voiced Rafiki?
What's his name's dad, right?
Yeah.
Black Panther's
Black
dad.
Panther's
I'm like,
dad.
this guy sounds familiar.
Yeah, Mr. Glass Eye himself.
Mr. Glasseye.
I know you saw that movie 10 times. You know what I'm
Overall,
talking about.
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. But he wasn't bad, but I definitely, I mean, I like most of the original characters better. The only person, like I said, I thought was better in this one is Seth Rogen. It's definitely a better Pumbaa.
Better Pumbaa, you think so?
I think he's a better Pumbaa.
It's not like Seth Rogen.
He can't sing for shit, but he's a better Pumbaa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another person I didn't like though was Timon. I didn't like Timon at all.
Timon was okay. He was okay. He had moments where I'm like, oh, this is good. And he had moments where I'm like, nah, that wasn't good. But to be fair, that's how I felt for most.
I just know the actors, so then it just sounded like him. That's all.
I've never heard of that guy before in my entire
You probably,
life.
if I show a photo of him,
He was in Parks and Rec.
Never watched Parks and Rec.
It's really good. It's like The Office. You'll like it.
People said it took me like 3 seasons to get to The Office.
This is better than The Office. This started season
Better than The Office?
In my opinion, yeah.
Anyways, The Lion King.
I was about to get. Anyways,
I know you on The Office. We'll be here all podcast.
You,
Office
Ceci,
is such a good show.
Parks and Rec, way better.
All right. Anyways,
Shorter
back to
and more consistent. Like, as in terms of
The Lion King. I like the last fight though. I thought it looked really good in
Yeah.
live action.
I liked it. They even added the slow mo. I'm like, here we go, slow mo fight like last time.
But it seemed. Oh, you know what I like? When Scar killed Mufasa, and then instead of him, I guess in the original, he just like lifted his hands like magic or some shit and threw him off.
Right? Yeah.
When he slapped him in this one,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He clawed him off and then fucked him up.
That seemed more realistic. And even when he was about to do the same to Simba, and Simba like bit the shit out, like Mike
Oh,
Tyson
right.
in his
Yeah,
ear
yeah,
and dragged himself up.
Yeah. I thought the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, that's a way better.
It makes more sense because
Yeah.
I mean,
As
when you
lions,
think about
yeah.
it, how the fuck did Simba get back up?
Yeah, it's like I know you mad, but come on, man. Yeah, bite his ass and drag me up there. Yeah,
That makes more sense.
yeah, that was true. Good
That
stuff.
is one scene where I did like Childish's acting. The confrontation at the end.
when he's mad.
when he's mad, yeah. Because he's over the Kuna Matata phase. He's like,
Then they couldn't
You might be right.
I'm a king now or whatever.
So
I
he
thought
just,
that was his best scene.
so he just comes off as annoying when he's Akuna Matata mode.
A little bit.
But it seems so realistic. This nigga's never grown up. He's just been doing bullshit.
You're right. I'm. Like I said, I was watching the movie within a different lens. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm watching it like,
because animated Simba's angry the whole time.
yeah,
The whole time.
Yeah.
yeah. And he, and
Like
he,
even when she comes back, I don't want to go back. It's like
yeah, he's
and-
angry, and you could tell he holds a lot of regret for what happened.
yeah, and instead he's like, nah, man, I don't want to go back. See, just smoke some weed and you know,
Yeah.
Akuna Matata, right?
Did y'all like the Can You Feel? What Can You Feel?
I
the
like
Love
the
Tonight?
original better because it's nighttime, but it looked nice in this.
The what?
The original is nighttime. Can you feel the?
Can you feel the love tonight?
Oh, can you feel?
Their duet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
You know, it's funny what I was waiting for when he landed on the on the flowers or whatever, and you know how his hair like goes up. I was like, "Where's the sex?" You remember?
Oh yeah, I was looking out for that scene too.
Yeah, I was like, they're not gonna add it, but it's just still a funny thought.
They know people. I wonder if they added something that we wouldn't notice, but they
Yeah.
would. If they had done that again, we would. Everyone would have been looking for
So,
it.
so in the animated version,
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
the leaves spell sex, but they
What-
should have done like a nod to it. Like the leaves just go out, but you don't see anything.
people still would have frame by frame that it's got to say something.
I was looking for that though.
Yeah, I saw it. I even chuckled to myself. Went, nah, they ain't gonna do that.
Nah, it's yeah, but I guess that's
Yeah, it's overall decent, but
Overall, good.
it's overall a good movie.
It's-
but to me, in the
Remake-
grand scheme of things, it's forgettable. When people 20 years from now say, "Man, you saw Lion King," then no one in there, no
I
one's
think
gonna
so.
talk.
I really
Yeah.
think that most of their remakes are forgettable.
No, man, this one Aladdin. Are not
Supposedly
forgettable.
Cinderella's really good.
So
but I
you mean
never
to tell
seen it.
me your grandkids or some shit are gonna be like, hey, let's watch Aladdin. You're gonna pop in the Will Smith version? Oh my god!
You want an honest answer?
I forgot who I'm talking
You
to.
want an honest answer?
That's right.
Gabby,
The more I think about Aladdin, the closer it gets to the original.
Oh, my god!
In fact, I was actually looking at movie time to see, is this shit still in theaters?
get the
Jesus
fuck out of
Christ!
here.
That A-list got you going again and again.
Yes, that movie was so good.
Anyways,
But this one, it's not as close to the original as Aladdin is to the original. I still give it a 4. I said 4.25.
You said
That's a
4.
really good
Yeah, you
movie.
said 4.25. Gave it like the weirdest rating ever.
yeah, he was oddly specific here. 4.2536.
It's not,
Just like,
it's not as good as the Aladdin remake, but as far as this is their second best remake
Mm.
to me, anyways.
Jungle Book was really good though.
The thing is, all right, Jungle Book was really realistic too, though.
Yeah, it was.
So how come people don't complain about how realistic Jungle Book was compared to Lion King? I don't understand that. I don't understand.
And it's the same directors, both Jon Favreau.
It is the same director.
That-
So why is it okay for Jungle Book to be super realistic, but not okay for Lion King to be super realistic?
I don't know.
I think Jungle Book was super realistic, but I don't know.
It probably wasn't to the same extent.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it does.
I don't remember them having the facial. Maybe people weren't as big on the original Jungle Book.
I think that's what it is. Lion King holds a special spot especially for us, our millennials.
I mean, everyone's seen the Jungle Book, but
Yeah.
no one's. Yeah, it's not.
No
as
one
big
really
as
talks
Lion
about
King.
the Jungle Book like they talk about Lion King. It's a different thing. But
You're right.
But yeah, that wraps up our review of Lion King. Let us know what you think. We can catch us up on Facebook and Instagram, Popcorn Heroes. Did you like the movie? Did you think it's better than the original?
No.
None of us think it's better than the original.
No one on this planet thinks it's better than the original.
But yeah, actually, guys, I want to make a special announcement. Not really a special announcement, but
Announcements.
if you have a list or whatever, there's a movie that got reintroduced in theaters. Booksmart. We did a review on it, and it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
I think you guys should watch it. I feel like I should throw this in there now because, like, you know,
You advertising out there?
nah, not advertising, but
That's
it's good.
that's literally what an advertisement is.
It's a good movie. Like,
Okay.
I just thought about it. That was a good movie. I should mention it because, like, I know no one saw it originally.
We didn't do a review on it though.
We did. Me and Amanda did. We did it? Oh, maybe we didn't. Oh, you know what it
Now
was?
you're lying to your fans, huh?
Yeah, you know what it was? Is that the movie was so, like, it was about to get out of theaters that we thought it wouldn't be, like, it's not worth it. Because it didn't make any money.
so it wasn't worth reviewing, but it's worth for everyone else to see it?
Yeah, for sure. It's a good movie. If I were to rate it, I give it a 4.
It's not better than Lion King, I can guarantee you
I
that.
also would give it a 4.
Yeah.
Better than the Lion King? You guys are crazy.
I would give it 3.5.
Okay. All right, guys. That's it. So we'll catch you guys in another episode of
Watch
Popcorn
Booksmart.
Heroes.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, and we'll do a Spider-Man Homecoming review.
Far From Home.
Far From Home review. We'll
All
do
right.
that after this. All right, bye guys.
Bye-bye.
Outro.